everyone! Today we are combining. We've got canola in the front, straw coming out the back. It's time to fill the tank. We had a shutdown early last night because there was a freak thunderstorm that came out of nowhere. And we caught the edge of the storm to where we got a few drops of rain, but it was just enough to shut us down. It was a little bit of unfortunate timing because we had just dumped load into the truck. Probably 20 minutes later, something like that, we had to shut down. And unfortunately, we had grain in the tank, so I had to quickly rush it to the shed, which luckily is only like a quarter of a mile away, so it's not that far. But luckily today the grain is nice and dry, so whatever did get rained on should mix off pretty nicely. And today there's actually a chance of storms too again. Yeah, 40% chance. It is still a chance, but hopefully we dodge it. So right now we're working on some dryland canola, and it's actually yielding really well. How much? I don't know. But it's filling up our bins quick. I don't know exactly the amount because the yield monitor on this combine is a little off. We're good. That storm is building quick, and it's looking worse and worse every time I look at it. That's another thing we have to fix is that noise. That's our blower motor for our AC going out. A really annoying noise, but it's not affecting anything, so. Woo! I feel like I'm in the Fast and Furious movies. I'm going lightning fast at 0.8 miles an hour. But unfortunately, that's as fast as I can go. Now it's getting a little darker and the wind has picked up. This is making me a little nervous. Reminds me of just like yesterday. We might have a little bit of rain at 7. But for the most part, it's supposed to slide past us. But that's what yesterday's storm was supposed to do. And we got a little bit of rain. So I'm not entirely sure what this is supposed to be doing, but I'm hoping for the best. Anyways, I think I'm going to head off for supper real quick, and then I will be back. King of the castle, king of the castle. Just got back from supper. That was nice to have. And it seems like clouds are still around a fair bit, but they are definitely getting darker and a lot closer. So I had to drive the grain truck to go get my truck so that I can go eat supper, and that was interesting. So yesterday the grain truck's driver's side door got bent really bad somehow, and you couldn't open or close it really. So this morning that was taken off. So now with the door off, we're pretty much driving a Jeep, and it's a little scary driving it. Good thing that truck has a seat belt. And luckily we're not going very far or very fast. Like, this is the field connected to our farm, so it's not really a big deal. It seems like the radar was telling the truth. Storm is sliding past us, which is really good because we want to go as late as we can because we've got a lot of field to do. The canola is feeding in super nicely, so that makes my job a lot easier. It also helps that there's no big piles to where I have to slow down. occasionally you'll get a spot where you need to turn a little bit more out so that the header gets it. And that's probably just from wind or something blowing it out a little bit. Because what I don't want to do is plug the combine again, because that was not fun to dig out. Because in my last video, I did exactly that. It took us like 2 or 3 hours to dig out, and yeah, that wasn't exactly the most fun part. So yeah, let's not do that again. Yeah, we'll probably be shut down by 11-12, maybe a little earlier. It just really is all dependent on the straw. Because if the straw doesn't thresh properly, which means separating the grain from the chaff and straw, then you have a bunch of grain coming out of the back of the combine, getting thrown onto the ground, which is something you do not want to happen. It's starting to get a little dark out now. It seems like the storm has mostly passed us, which is good news for us. But unfortunately, this is where the video will end, because unfortunately you won't be able to see me while it's dark out, even with this light on. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.